I am not encouraging or advising anyone to modify their firearms. This is not a tutorial. This is for entertainment purposes only.
What's up, everyone? It's time to talk some shit about Glocks. I think striker-fired pistols are boring, and Glocks are one of the most boring. In my opinion, the company's been riding on their laurels and hasn't really innovated in a few decades. Their design is very outdated at this point. I think their guns are overpriced, they're bland and ugly looking. The grip angle is weird, the trigger shoe's awful, the grip texture and slide serrations are not aggressive enough, the grip is blocky and uncomfortable, the trigger guard's too small, plastic-covered magazines are weird, their plastic sights are shit, their factory optic plates are not good, the takedown tabs are too small, and they use a proprietary rail. There are so many other pistols out there, striker fired and hammer fired, that perform better, look better, feel better, and have more features for less money. So anyways, I finally bought a Glock.
Ow!
I stand behind everything I said a moment ago. I'm of course also poking a bit of fun. I think Glocks are decent guns. They are indeed overpriced, but they're generally reliable, simple, and extremely customizable. I chose the Glock 45 MOS. I like a short slide and a long grip. That's right, mullet gun. Most of my issues with Glocks are subjective and based on my preferences. They can be remedied with modifications and the extensive aftermarket options. The grip angle is nothing that can't be trained around. I've put together some Gen 3 Glock platform pistols on aftermarket frames. They generally run fine, but sometimes I would get wild with the upgrades and they would have reliability issues. I wanted this one to be simple and reliable, so I started with an OEM Glock, and I will keep upgrades to a minimum while remedying what I don't like about the platform and add a solid optic and light to it. I've also been eyeing the Radian Ramjet afterburner barrel and compensator combo. That may come later. Let's get into it.
I really like the Steiner MPS. This is my second one. It does everything I need an optic to do. I've seen some durability tests and it appears to be way more robust than I'll likely ever need. I don't have experience with the Acro P2, but as far as I can tell, this does everything I would need the Acro to do for like $200 less. I wait till these are on sale. I paid $379 for this one from Primary Arms, which I think is a pretty good deal. To mount the optic to the MOS cut, I got a plate from C&H Precision. It's steel, which is what Steiner recommends for mounting the MPS. I don't believe plastic sights belong on a pistol, especially when used as a primary sighting system.
They're not acceptable for a gun that is intended to use to save your life.
Even as a backup to my red dots, I still want my sights to be steel, and the factory sights weren't tall enough to co-witness through the optic window anyway, so I replaced them with a blacked out steel set from Dawson Precision. The rear sight is 290 tall and the front sight is 285. I got a Surefire X300 Turbo B model with the thumb screw. These mount much more securely than the A model with the quick release latch. I also only buy these when they're on sale. I paid $220 for this from Palmetto State Armory. I think that's a little steep, but I'll still pay it. I like me some extended controls, but not too extended. So I got a factory Glock extended slide release. I like the ones with the little nub right here, and a factory extended magazine release. This is a Lone Wolf extended takedown tab, which makes removing the slide a little bit easier. As I mentioned, I cannot stand the factory trigger profile, so I got an Overwatch Precision polymer DAT trigger, just the shoe. I also installed an OEM Glock dot connector that reduced the trigger pull weight about a half a pound or so. The rest of the trigger system and internals were left alone. I shaved down the bottom of the trigger guard by 65 thousandths. I went ahead and did this on the mill. I also used an outside radius cutter to put a radius back where I milled it off, and then I profiled the undercut and blended that into the milled area. I'm not going to deal with Glock knuckle. It's pretty easy to remedy. The grip texture on these guns is shit, so I put some Talon grips on it. These are great, easy to install and cheap. I did stipple some little reference points for my support hand thumb right here on the frame. That's everything on this gun. I kept it pretty simple. I'm pleased with the setup. It should be reliable, durable, feels okay, shoots okay. I guess let's close out this video with some shooting footage. It's boring, it's a Glock. You all know what Glocks shoot like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.